For decades, a trip to Woolworths wasn't just about shopping. It was about sliding onto a chrome stool at the lunch counter, hearing the clatter of dishes, smelling burgers sizzling on the grill, and watching a soda jerk mix drinks by hand. Long before fast food chains dominated every street corner, Woolworths lunch counters served millions of Americans affordable meals that became part of everyday life. Many of these dishes were simple, inexpensive, and made from ingredients every family recognized. Yet somehow, they disappeared as Woolworths stores closed across America. Today, most younger generations have never even heard their names. Here are 10 forgotten Woolworths lunch counter foods nobody serves anymore. Number 10. The egg salad sandwich. It wasn't flashy, but it was one of the most dependable items on the menu. Fresh, hard-boiled eggs were chopped by hand and mixed with mayonnaise, yellow mustard, a pinch of salt, black pepper, and finely diced celery. The mixture was spread generously between two slices of soft white bread, creating a sandwich that was cool, creamy, and surprisingly filling. During the 1940s and 50s, it was one of the cheapest lunches you could buy downtown. Office workers, shoppers, and retirees all ordered it because it offered a satisfying meal without costing much. Today, egg salad sandwiches still exist, but they're usually pre-packaged in grocery stores or made at home. Very few restaurants proudly feature one on their menu, making this once iconic lunch counter staple largely forgotten. Number 9. Chicken a la king on toast. Few meals made leftovers feel as luxurious as chicken a la king. Tender pieces of chicken were folded into a creamy sauce with mushrooms, green peas, and diced pimentos before being poured over crisp toast points or fluffy biscuits. The rich sauce transformed inexpensive ingredients into something that felt elegant. Many customers ordered this meal when they wanted to treat themselves without spending restaurant prices. It looked fancy enough for a hotel dining room, yet it remained affordable at Woolworths. As convenience foods and frozen dinners became popular during the 1970s, chicken a la king slowly disappeared from lunch counters across America. Today, it's rarely found outside old community cookbooks. Number 8. Welsh rarebit. Despite its unusual name, there was no rabbit involved. Welsh rarebit consisted of toasted bread covered with a thick sauce made from melted cheddar cheese, mustard, Worcestershire sauce, butter, and sometimes a splash of beer. The result was rich, creamy, and deeply satisfying. Before gourmet grilled cheese sandwiches became trendy, this was considered one of the finest cheese dishes you could order. It provided a hot, filling meal during difficult economic times because it used inexpensive ingredients while still feeling comforting. Modern diners rarely offer Welsh rarebit anymore, leaving many people unaware it ever existed. Number 7. Lime phosphate. Long before bottled soft drinks took over America, soda fountains created beverages from scratch. One of their signature drinks was the lime phosphate. The soda jerk combined fresh lime syrup with acid phosphate and carbonated water, creating a sparkling drink with a bright, tangy flavor unlike anything sold today. It wasn't overwhelmingly sweet. Instead, it delivered a refreshing balance of citrus and gentle acidity that cooled customers on hot summer afternoons. When bottled sodas replaced hand-mixed fountain drinks, acid phosphate disappeared from most soda fountains, taking the lime phosphate with it. Today, only a handful of vintage soda fountains still know how to make one correctly. Number 6. Hot turkey sandwich. This was Thanksgiving comfort food available every day of the year. Slices of roasted turkey were piled onto white bread before being completely covered with hot homemade gravy. Alongside it came mashed potatoes, often smothered in even more gravy. It wasn't meant to be eaten with your hands. Customers used a knife and fork, enjoying every bite as the bread soaked up the rich gravy. Many downtown workers considered it the closest thing to a homemade dinner they could enjoy during a busy workday. Although some classic diners still serve hot turkey sandwiches, they've almost vanished from mainstream restaurant menus. Number 5. Frosted malted milkshake. Today's milkshakes may be thick, but they rarely include the ingredient that made Woolworth's version unforgettable: malted milk powder. Vanilla ice cream, fresh milk, flavored syrup, and generous scoops of malt powder were blended together until perfectly smooth. The malt added a deep, slightly toasted flavor that regular milkshakes simply couldn't match. Every shake arrived with extra left inside the metal mixing cup, giving customers nearly 2 servings instead of 1. For children, getting that extra pour felt like receiving a bonus dessert. As fewer restaurants stocked malt powder, the true malted milkshake slowly faded into history. Number 4. Coconut cream pie. Walk past the Woolworth's dessert case, and one pie almost always disappeared first. Coconut cream pie. Its flaky crust held silky vanilla custard loaded with shredded coconut, topped with whipped cream and toasted coconut flakes. The contrast between creamy filling and chewy coconut made every bite memorable. Unlike expensive desserts today, this slice was affordable enough for ordinary shoppers to enjoy with a cup of coffee after lunch. Many Americans remember sharing slices with grandparents while resting from an afternoon of shopping. Although coconut cream pie still exists, it's no longer an everyday dessert found in department stores across the country. Number 3. Spanish hot dog. This wasn't the chili dog most people recognize today. The Spanish hot dog featured a grilled frankfurter covered with a thinner tomato-based meat sauce, seasoned with onions and mild spices. The sauce simmered for hours behind the counter, filling the entire store with its unmistakable aroma. For many children, simply smelling that sauce while shopping convinced them to ask their parents for lunch. Every cook prepared the recipe a little differently, meaning each Woolworth's location had its own version. Once the lunch counters disappeared, those family recipes disappeared too. Very few restaurants have ever recreated the original. Number 2. Hand-mixed cherry Coke. Ordering a cherry Coke once meant watching someone craft it right before your eyes. The soda jerk measured Coca-Cola syrup, added real cherry syrup, then mixed everything with fresh carbonated water. Unlike today's automated fountain machines, every drink could be customized. More cherry, less syrup, extra fizz. Customers often returned to the same soda jerk because they knew exactly how to make their favorite drink. Watching the entire process became part of the entertainment. Once automated dispensers replaced hand-mixed soda fountains, that personal craftsmanship largely vanished. Today's cherry Coke may carry the same name, but longtime customers insist it doesn't taste the same. Number 1. The hot fudge sundae. No trip to Woolworth's felt complete without dessert, and nothing represented the lunch counter better than the hot fudge sundae. 2 generous scoops of vanilla ice cream sat inside a glass dish before being covered with thick, warm chocolate fudge. Fresh whipped cream, chopped nuts, and a bright red maraschino cherry completed the masterpiece. The magic happened where the hot fudge met the cold ice cream. It created a chewy layer that customers carefully scraped from the sides of the dish, determined not to leave a single bite behind. Parents often promised their children a sundae if they behaved while shopping, making it the perfect ending to an afternoon downtown. While hot fudge sundaes still exist today, few places recreate the full experience of sitting at a marble lunch counter, surrounded by chrome stools, watching a soda jerk prepare your dessert by hand. That atmosphere disappeared along with Woolworth's itself. These forgotten foods weren't just meals. They represented a time when department stores served as community gathering places, where neighbors met over lunch, children celebrated special occasions with ice cream, and families could enjoy a hot meal without spending a fortune. As shopping habits changed and malls replaced downtown business districts, the famous Woolworth's lunch counters gradually vanished. Along with them disappeared countless recipes, traditions, and everyday experiences that had once brought millions of Americans together. Which of these forgotten Woolworth's foods would you love to try today? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more nostalgic journeys into the flavors, places, and memories that time almost erased.